Welcome back to another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. I'm Steve Gamache, and what we have today is the Saji Ginsan or G3, what's known as Silver 3, stainless steel. I should have put the word stainless there. Santoku 175. So again, this is a full stainless steel that's easy to sharpen, pretty good edge retention. It's just nice to work with. It's a nice stainless steel. I believe it's a Tachi steel. Heat treat's about 61 Rockwell-ish on that core steel. And this is a 3-layer sandwich construction. So this has softer stainless cladding on either side of that harder core steel. And you can pretty easily see the line there where the core steel peeks through at the edge. And then you've got some embossed kanji. We'll take a look at that. This is a light knife, so it's 4.4 ounces, 125 grams. The edge length is right about 170 millimeter, so about 6.7 inches. And the overall length about 12.3. The spine thickness, it's a little thicker coming out of the handle, but it thins up real quick. Right above the back of the blade, the chin, it's about 2.6 millimeters, but then it thins down quite a bit to under 2 or 2-ish, maybe a little under 2. And then pretty much holds that, not a lot of distal taper, but at the very, very tip where the grind kicks in, you get the thin out towards the tip. Blade height is about 46.5. These dimensions and weights will vary just a little bit from knife to knife. And this has a real pretty handle. We'll get a close-up look at it, but it's rosewood with a black packerwood ferrule. Nice fit and finish on the handle. About 2.8 or 2.9 circumference on the handle where the ferrule and wood meet. And so it's just slightly under kind of a standard size, and that kind of fits the knife pretty well. So you've got a great curve here for your finger for a pinch grip. It fits a pinch grip extremely well. Let's take a close-up look. This is really a not super fancy finish on it, but it's got just a basic finish. It does have embossed and not chiseled kanji on this particular one. They've got kind of a faux shinogi line here. The actual grind of the blade, though, when you feel with your fingers, is a little bit more in this area here. So don't think that's where the grind starts. It's definitely not that high. I'm just trying to get a feel for my fingers here where it's kicking in. And again, it's right in this area here where the grind really kicks in. So again, kind of just a basic finish that's kind of elegant, no big super frilly fancy finish, but it's got longitudinal brush marks, so it'll hide scratches real well as you clean the blade, because we usually clean the blade going this way, so that'll help hide scratches. And it will scratch a little because it is softer stainless cladding. The handle on this one in particular is just really pretty. It's just a nice rosewood. So I've seen quite a few of the handles on these, and some of them are just really neat the way they've cut them, and they show a lot of cool grain. And this particular one does. So neat handle. So there's your blade. But the only issue I have with this one is the spine is a little bit sharp on the edges, and the choil into the curve into the handle is actually especially sharp on the left side of the blade. I'm a lefty, so guess where my finger goes? On the left side of the blade. The right hand, they've kind of snubbed the lefties here. The right hand, they've got a little bit of an easing there, not much, but the left-hand side is pretty doggone sharp. So this might need just a little bit of touch-up with some sandpaper to clean it up a little bit. Out of the box edge, it's a good 5 out of 10. It's a decently cut bevel and reasonably sharp. It will sharpen up really nicely. I went ahead and sharpened it to test out the steel, and this Ginsan steel sharpens up very nicely. And it's a really nice stainless steel. Let's look at it on our cutting board. I'd say performance on this is on the very good side. It's not a super laser performer, but it's a good performer, and the tip works pretty well. Here's the profile, just kind of a classic Santoku, gentle curve, no real flat spot. I can get about there before I start digging the tip into the cutting board. Plenty of clearance for your fingers for board work. Medium stiffness, it thins out pretty much towards the end, and I'd say it's kind of medium stiffness. It's about what I'd expect. The Takamura was a little bit stiffer than this, the Chromax one I just reviewed, so just relatively speaking. But kind of middle-of-the-road stiffness, so just a really nice-looking blade, great handle, nice steel, all stainless, a pretty cool knife. So there you have the Saji G3 or Ginsan, Santoku 175mm knife.